Here's a little recap of the work we've been doing on intervals. Now remember, intervals are the essences, they are the key flavors of music. Everything is built on intervals. So let's make sure that you are solid with your intervals, and let's take stock of how far you've come. Okay, you are getting more and more fluid naming intervals. Okay, it's just plain old getting easier for you. The more you do these drills, I know it's repetitive, but just like practicing your scales or your vocal exercises, the more you do it, the easier it becomes to recall this stuff. Okay, your base of understanding is the white note intervals, including qualities. So you know, for example, that from C to E is a major third. You know where the major intervals are on the white notes, right there, and right there. And you know where the minor intervals are, right there, right there, right there, and right there. Okay, those are the minor intervals, and everything builds on your understanding of the white note intervals. So the more solid that comes, the more automatic that becomes, the easier everything else is. And then you've got inversions, which help you name the wider intervals. For example, you know that C and E are an inversion pair. So the major third from C to E helps you, since you know that from C to E is a major third, and you know that the inversion of a major third is a minor sixth. You know that from E up to C is a minor sixth. You also know your smaller intervals really well, and they are helping you get the wider intervals. For example, from C to E flat, that is a minor third. You know that a minor third is the inversion of a major sixth. Therefore, you know that from E flat up to C is a major sixth, because the inversion of a minor third is a major sixth. You also know most of the perfect fourths and fifths up and down, or most of the fourths and fifths up and down from white notes are perfect. So we're looking for the exception. From C to F is a perfect fourth. From D to G, perfect fourth. From E to A is a perfect fourth. From F to B now, that is the outlier. From F to B, 1, 2, 3, 4, still a fourth, but now it's an augmented fourth. Okay, and then its inversion, this diminished fifth. See, it's a fifth, B, C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an inversion. It's a fifth, but now it's a diminished fifth. And you just know that, B and F. And look at them. They're this fun symmetrical situation there. And you know that to make a perfect interval into an augmented interval, you make the interval a semitone wider. So if I have from C to F, I know it's a perfect interval. Make it a semitone wider, either that way. From C to F sharp is an augmented fourth, or from C down to B. Now I should say that's from C to C flat. Look what I did. From F down to C flat is an augmented fourth, but from F down to B is a diminished fifth, and therein lies one confusing thing. So let's make sure we understand what I just said. From F going down, F, E, D, C, and if I'm calling this a C flat, it's got to be an augmented fourth. But if I call this a B, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's a diminished fifth. Okay? And also you know that to make a perfect interval into a diminished interval, you make it a semitone smaller. So let's say we've got from D to A, that's a perfect fifth. That is now a diminished fifth from D to A flat. It's still a fifth. D, E, F, G, A. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still a fifth, but it's a diminished fifth. And if I make it smaller in this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoop, D sharp. So from A down to D sharp is a diminished fifth. So you're going to combine all these practices with the drills into making a thoroughly smooth and automatic naming and spelling of your intervals. Everything else gets easy.